Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel, or should I say, welcome back. And welcome to, well, I'm almost about to get run over here. I'm out here checking the mail here. And, it has been almost a miniature lifetime since I have put out any videos. And to be quite honest with everyone, and most of you, some of you know even, that it has been a mini lifetime since I've even played Farm Sim 19. I'm going to go into some of those things during the course of this video and perhaps the next couple of videos as time permits and everything. Yes, we are on Fenton Farm. Fenton Farm is a brand new map. Fenton Farm is based on the Felsbrunn map that was default with Farm Sim 19. And of course, Fenton's Farm, or Fenton's Forest Farm, is being developed by the very wonderful and talented Stevie. If you are a friend of my channel, you know that Stevie's maps have been always one that I've enjoyed featuring on the channel. I just thoroughly enjoy playing them. And this map, Fenton's Farm, Fenton's Forest Farm, is certainly going to be no exception. Now, this is not going to be technically a proper Let's Play. I'm going to kind of call this Fenton's Farm Sandbox right now for me, as far as the way I'm going to do things over the next few videos. We're all hoping, those of us that have been helping Stevie test this map, are all hoping with fingers crossed that within the next few weeks, and I'm recording this episode in late January, it's actually Saturday the 26th of January that I'm recording this episode, and we're certainly hoping that within the next few weeks, and of course no pressure on Stevie whatsoever, because let's not pressurize our wonderful modders, because they all have lives and everything outside of the game, and also most of them are gamers themselves, and so they enjoy spending time playing these games as well. So no pressure on Stevie whatsoever. I will have this map where you can get this particular version or any of the testing versions from Stevie's Facebook page. You can get any of Stevie's mods there on Stevie's Facebook page, but I'm just going to say that this mod is definitely in testing. It has some issues, and I will maybe talk about some of those. I'm not going to make a big deal about it, because I know Stevie, and I've said this before. The one thing I know about Stevie is when he creates a map, or when he gets started on a map, every little bug, every little nickel that might be with the map, he's going to resolve that for us. Now, it may take some time, and of course time is certainly what we give Stevie or any of our wonderful modders. So again, this is going to kind of be sandbox mode. I've got all, let's see, pigs, sheep, cows, chickens, horses. I've got all five. I had to count how many animals there are in Farm Sim 19. I've got all five animal types going here on this map, and I've actually been playing this map off camera for quite a few days, maybe like almost 2 weeks. In my spare time, so I've made some silage, cut some grass, put it in the bunkers, made some silage. I have got all the I've got all the animals fed and watered all up to the proper tip-top shape and everything. Got a lot of equipment on this map, a lot more equipment than I would certainly need, but again, it's kind of sandbox, and it's kind of me getting back into the joy of Farm Simulator, and especially 19. Now, I will just say that there are two little bugs that if you get this version of the map as it currently stands today, the 26th of January, there's one bug that will prevent you from going into the house and sleeping. You can go in the house, but you just can't sleep. But thankfully, we've got these little chair mods here. These are on the Giants Mod Hub, and I just slapped these over here, not really taking into account the weeds and everything. So I'm sure you'll do a much better job of it. But let's just call it that. These are out here, and we've just had so much time farming that the grass has grown up around around these chairs. But we do get the sleep trigger with these. If you pull up the F1 menu, well, maybe not, because let's face it, it's 3. Yeah, we can sleep. So got the R there. So if you play this map in this particular version, which let's call it 1.0, beta 1.0, you'll need to get those chairs or something else that allows you the opportunity to sleep. The other little problem, and really quite honestly, it's not major. You just kind of have to do some adjustments whenever you bring a load of anything to dump here. And of course, the wonderful Stevie makes farming so easy for us, because we can dump just about everything into this facility here. This side of the facility is where we buy our farm feeds and seeds and fertilizer if we want to, and this side is where we store our stuff. So to get things kind of started, I bought some silage, bought some hay, but since then I've been making my own. But one of the little bugs is the trigger here. Now I don't know if the sell points have the same issue, because I've not, to be honest, I've not sold anything, but this trigger is a little tight, the dump trigger, and so you kind of have to be a little careful when you pull up. Maybe you have to back up, pull up a couple of times just to hit that trigger and get things right there, so that you can dump your grain or your silage or your total mix rations or your grass or your hay or whatever straw, whatever you want to do. Now, to the best of my knowledge, this map does not have any like cattle mixing station, so you will need to get a mixing wagon. But if you're very careful with it, as I have learned since getting back into Farm Sim, I've got this little in-game mixing wagon over here. Now I'm not baling anything right now, so everything is going in bulk into the storage facilities over here. But if you put in just under 4,000 liters, if you can get as close to 4,000 liters of straw, and then put in, close to another 4,000 liters of hay, and then fill the rest of it with silage, that will give you total mix rations. And I've just been making that up and kind of just driving around the facility and making up a batch and then dumping it, making up a batch and dumping it, because that way I can just pull total mix rations directly out of this loading chute right here whenever the time comes to feed my cows and everything. So all of that's fun. Let's kind of stop yammering on, because I have a habit, and trust me, even though I've been away from making videos for over a month, that habit, that gift of gab, I should say, has not necessarily gone away. So again, got a lot of equipment on this map, got some mods on this map, having a lot of fun with a lot of the mods that are finally coming available, and I'm just stuck, aren't I? So let me do a little bit better job. Now, if you were watching my earlier series, or my early attempt at a Farm Sim series on Ravenport, you know that one of my biggest complaints about Farm Sim 19 in the early days was the fact that there was no shuttle control with any of the mods that were available at the time. Well, that has been resolved. If you look over on the right hand side next to the speedometer, you will see that little red dot. That little red dot is telling me that my parking brake is on. I hit the button that I have assigned to my parking brake. I move my shifter down. I'm in reverse. I move my shifter straight forward, and I am in forward drive mode. So I absolutely love that. I missed it, and I found it so awkward, because I do enjoy. Let me back up this truck over here to this what's this thing called? I can't think of it right now. The seed runner, but I was really missing that, because I do enjoy playing ATS and ETS2, and it was confusing the heck out of me, because switching back and forth between those three games, I suppose, it was getting confusing, because I don't like having to press the brake pedal to go backwards, because it's not the way we do things in the real world. And funnily enough, the more that I played Farm Sim 19, I've often joked about the fact that sometimes when I'm driving my car in real life, my SUV, I often toggle my right hand, which actually is my, it's got the windshield wiper stuff on it, the back windshield wiper, the front windshield wiper. If I pull on that lever, basically I get windshield washer fluid squirted on the window, and that's how I've got my right turn signal indicator, because I've got the G27. So on the right toggle, the shifter paddle is my right turn signal, on the left is my left turn signal, obviously. And I can't tell you the number of times that I go to turn right in my car, in my real car, and I hit that, and I get windshield washer fluid on the car. So this is a modded version of the Seed Runner, and I will tell you that I wasn't impressed initially with it because I had some issues. And I'm not saying that those issues are resolved, because I don't think they are. Of course, the in-game one also has issues, which kind of leads me to believe that maybe it's the seeders or the planters in-game that actually have the issue, and not so much the Seed Runner. But in any event, it does work with this particular row crop seeder, and this is also a mod. And this is sort of a missing link, because as I began playing this map, and of course this is the first relatively large-scale map that I have played. The other thing, if you notice about the Seed Runner, is that this is more proper. If you look at pictures of this guy in the real world, you'll see that the chute is coming out of the front and not the back. However, Giants put theirs in the back. I'm pretty sure they did that so that it could be pulled with a tractor, but nonetheless, we like realism, we like ultimate realism, and so let's do things as they really are. So I'm very happy with this mod, and I just think that it's a lot of the in-game seeders and planters that are kind of messed up in the game, the Giants version. So but it works with this, and let's have some fun. So now, one thing that I'm doing is, obviously I've referred to this, what I'm doing here a couple of times by calling it, and I do apologize because I think my microphone cable is making some noise. So I will endeavor to fix that next time around, before I do another video recording, especially if it's going to be something that's going to be out on the video in the audio channel. But anyway, one of the reasons, I guess, why I'm sort of got a lot of different types of equipment, and a lot of these are mods, is because I am going to get back to the 5-minute mod reviews. A lot of people that watch my videos, I know, are very similar in playing style and whatnot as myself. And I think that we tend to gravitate towards YouTube channels that let me see. Let me get this on. Are we down? No, we're not down. There we go. Just had to hit it twice, I guess. Anyway, we tend to gravitate towards YouTube channels that we enjoy. The personalities of the YouTube content creators, as well as their gameplay and the kind of things that they like and the kind of things that they do. And I'm not. I know that there's a real big push for respecting our modders, and I have spent more time on video, on my soapbox, on my proverbial soapbox, talking about the need for us as gamers to respect our modders. And I'm not going to go back into that for this episode, at least this session, just simply because I've spent so much time doing that already. But I do know that there's a big push for that. But I would also like to say that there should also be a push for respecting our YouTube content creators as much as possible. If you don't like something that either I do or someone else does, just don't watch. I mean, that's the really simplest thing that you can do, or I can do. If we stumble on a channel that we don't like, just hit the just hit the stop button, stop the video, go up to the YouTube search bar, search for something else, or search again if there's something that you're looking for. But one thing that, and I don't mean this to be negative, but this is just, this is just my style. And again, I know that a lot of people are sort of like me, and I think that those that watch my channel enjoy some of the things that I do and the way that I do it. But I'm going to get back into the 5-minute mod reviews, and I'm going to review some of the stuff that I've been playing with. And one of the things that I was doing in Farm Sim 17 when I first started the 5-minute mod review is I wasn't reviewing things just for the heck of making videos to get viewership or get subscribers or get views or whatever. I was actually reviewing things that I used, that I enjoyed using, and that I found that worked really well for me. I would not do a mod review for something if I hadn't spent some time with that particular mod, playing with that mod, and if that mod for whatever reason through errors or didn't work right, didn't work as we thought it should, or didn't sort of work the way it should within real life, I didn't feature the mod on my channel. And so, but the point is, the one thing that I like about mod reviews, when I'm out looking for something and wanting to learn about something, is I like for people to get to the point. Get to the point quickly. Tell me what I need to know. I'm a very kind of to the point kind of guy. That's how I do my real world job. It's how I treat the people that report to me, that I work with, whatever. Always been that way. Give you the information that you need. I'm there to help you as best as I possibly can after the fact. But a lot of people just want to know what it is. Where do I get it? Does it work? What does it look like? And be done with it. Be done with it. Get the video done. Get it uploaded. Get it out to the masses so people can enjoy these things. So I have been playing with a lot of mods on this map, and I'm going to start doing some of the 5-minute mod reviews, giving you the information about the mod. Basically you can be assured that if I feature something in one of my 5-minute mod review videos, I've spent time messing about with it, playing with it. You know that it works as well as it possibly can within the game. We all know that the game has limitations. We all know that there's some issues with the game. Oh my gosh, are there still issues with the game? I mean, and I don't want to get on this soapbox too high, but I'm just going to go ahead and go. There are still things, and I thought that, and I will get into a little bit more detail maybe later on as to some of the other contributing factors to my vacation from YouTube, my hiatus from YouTube, whatever you want to call it. For right now, just know that I'm okay, my wife is okay, everything is, we've had some things that have been going on. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that really ever, because it's personal stuff. I've been in touch with a few people from the channel, a few of my friends, of course, like Duxorley and Eustace Farmer, keeping them abreast of the situation, just simply because I have just not been in a frame of mind, and I haven't had the time to put out content. And I apologize to the Simulation Gaming Society, to my partners, Duxorley Gaming and Eustace Farmer, and of course I know I don't have to say any of this, because we all agree that the gaming stuff, the YouTube stuff, all of that stuff is extracurricular. It's all whenever we have time to do it. But I often really hate not being able to communicate with folks or keep people, keep content going and everything. But when I came back after the last little break, I said to you all, and I said to myself, that I was going to basically do things a little different on the channel. I was going to game when I had time, record when I had time, get videos out when I have time, and that's still going to be the mantra there going forward, because that's all that I can really do at this particular point in time. But anyway, where was I going? Did I finish my thought on respect for YouTubers? I don't think I did, but if there's something on YouTube, and if it's even my content, I do not want to lose a subscriber. I really do not. Nor am I that hung up on the number of subscribers that I have. I can't seem to bust the 1,500 subscriber level, and if I never do, it's okay. I don't need the YouTube revenue. I don't need the money from Google or YouTube or whatever, and I just do this because I enjoy it. And quite honestly, I have been thinking about not even running ads or anything. But anyway, we need to be respectful really to everybody. This is, of course, the modders. We need to stop hounding them, asking them when stuff is going to be released. Can you do this? Can you do that? We need to stop banging on about complaining about this, that, or the other. These guys, as I said before, they all have lives outside of modding and gaming and all this stuff. But YouTubers are the same way. And again, not to continue to repeat myself, but if you don't like something, if you don't like what I do, if you don't like what anyone else out there does, then just turn the channel. If you're at home and you're sitting in your lazy boy like I often do, and probably the way I'm going to spend my Saturday afternoon with my wife, if I'm watching something on TV and I don't like what I'm seeing, guess what I do? Now, when I was a kid, one of my parents would say, "Hey boy, go change the channel." And of course, we only had about 3 different channels to change it to. For a long time, it was only 2. I think even for a long time, it was only 1. So the TV had the way that you changed the channel on the TV way back in the day was with the on-off switch, because we had one TV station, and of course that was in black and white at the time. We had our TV was in black and white. I was certainly, I think, born within the color television world, but as a little kid, as an infant or whatever. But as I was growing up as a kid, snotty-nosed little kid, then the on-off switch was the way that we changed the channel. But so in my world today, with hundreds of cable television channels and all sorts of streaming content and whatever, if I'm watching something and I don't like it for whatever reason, I don't like the characters, I don't like the storyline, I don't like the talking heads trying to tell me how to think and what to do and all this kind of stuff, I reach over to my little chair side table, and sometimes I reach over and I find nothing because my wife has moved the remote, but she usually understands that when I'm in, and no, this is not some kind of, this is not me being the bossy husband or everything where she meets me at the door with slippers, a bottle of beer, and my remote control. No, it's not. That's not what I'm saying. But she knows that I like to have the remotes, and she likes me to have that responsibility because we mostly DVR just about everything that we watch. If we're watching American television, you guys know that I watch a lot of British content, either on Amazon, on Acorn, BritBox, BBC iPlayer, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of the American content that we watch, it's recorded on DVR, and that way I can fast forward through the commercials. Even like sporting events, if I'm going to watch a sporting event on TV, which I've not watched a whole lot of football this year, but if I'm going to, I typically set the DVR to record the game, and then I will go and make my football snacks, get my drinks ready, change clothes if I need to, go to the bathroom, do whatever, and I usually join the game at about 30 minutes already in progress. Now, that can be sort of a pain because some of my friends will sometimes text me, but I usually ignore that. But yeah, that's kind of how I do things. So my wife likes the fact that I don't mind zipping through the commercials and everything when we are watching, like broadcast television. So anyway, but let's have respect let's just respect everybody. My gosh, there is so much hate in this world. It is just, my gosh, it makes my heart so sad. You turn on the TV, especially the news, and it doesn't matter what news channel you watch. I'm not going to go into where I get my news because that is also so dividing and all this kind of stuff. But my gosh, we just all we're doing nowadays is hating on each other. That's all we're doing. It's regardless of whether you live in the US and whether you're a supporter of a particular political party or not, or even if you don't care, that's you're put into a bucket there because you don't care. Or you may live outside of the country and you are for something or against something or whatever. All we're doing is we're just hating, and my gosh, let's just stop that, because that is so counterproductive. But especially within our gaming world, because let me tell you folks, if you are honest with yourself, I'm going to ask this question: why do you play, especially if you are an older person like myself? Okay, most of my friends, most of the individuals that I call dear friends that I've met through this game are all older people. Okay, some of you are young, on the younger side of being older, but you're all older, mature people. You've got families, you've got careers, you've got things that are going on in your life. Okay, why are you playing video games? Especially like farm sim, truck sim, flight sim, whatever. Why are you doing it? I'll give you some time to think about that. Okay, time's up. You should have been able to think of why you're doing it. You're doing it mainly because you enjoy it, okay? But also it provides a little bit level of de-stress from your life. You can come home and you can climb in your Kenworth or Peterbilt in ATS, or maybe your Volvo or your Scania or whatever in ETS2, or you can get in your Boeing 737, or you can get in your John Deere tractor or your John Deere combine or whatever, and you can spend some time in the virtual world. And you can either do this with other people in multiplayer, or you can do it by yourself. I tend to gravitate towards just being in my own little world. Yes, I enjoy multiplayer farm sim if the right people are around, but I also like this. I like the peace and the tranquility. I like what Giants is attempting to do. They're not there yet. This is a bit of a step backwards from Farm Sim 17, and I'm not hating on Giants. Giants, I believe, I have faith that they will get this game where it needs to be, but it's not there yet. But that's a completely different soapbox discussion. But we play this game, ladies and gentlemen, we play this game for our own level of enjoyment, our own personal enjoyment. And especially, like I said, if you're an older individual like myself with a busy career, families, all this kind of stuff, the pressures of the real world. Oh my God, the pressures. If I had known what the real world was really like, and trust me, I've got a pretty good life. But if I had known what the real world was like when I was a teenager, I'm not saying I would change anything, but I would have probably maybe got up a little bit earlier on Saturday morning or on Sunday morning or during the summer holiday months. And I'd have probably done things that I don't have time to do now. But anyway, we do this for the stress release. We do this for the enjoyment factor. When hate starts coming into this, and I'll be honest with you, that is one reason why I tend to go sometimes, why I tend to step back away from things, is because either folks, and I don't have thin skin. I have a hectic, stressful, real world career that, you know, people can tell me to do this, go jump off this bridge or whatever. I can almost say the same thing back. It's not about that. But you know, people are just hateful. People are just, you know, again, if you don't like something, just turn the channel, do something else. whatever. It's not going to hurt me. Leaving comments, yes, those are hurtful, and I will tell you that the hurtful people can come on YouTube and say, you can tell me whatever, you can call me names or whatever. It's still at the end of the day. It's still hurtful. It's still something that still potentially bothers somebody because they say, what, why is it? What's it worth? I'm trying to do something good for the community. I'm trying to share my knowledge, share my experiences with a game, with something or another. And yet somebody comes along and you publish here's something that gets me, and it gets a lot of other YouTube content creators that I know. We publish a video. It's been live on YouTube for less than a minute or two or 10. And you already have a dislike. Okay, that's just the nature of things. That's fine. That's public opinion. We're not going to change that. But still, we all have those phantom dislikers that, regardless of what we do, they come onto our channel and they leave that dislike, and then they go someplace else and leave another dislike, and they're just grumpy. Unhappy people. But anyway, we do this for the enjoyment factor. That's why we do this. That's why I do it. We've got some canola that's going to be coming up here. Let me just show you the map that we're got going on here with Fenton Forest Farm. We owns field 1, 8, 2, 3, 5. So kind of playing this L shape over here in the southwestern portion of the map. As this is based on Felsbrunn, this is kind of European-esque driving through here. The roads are kind of tight, so I didn't want to have to drive all over the map, and since this is kind of where Stevie based everything, I think he gives you 1 and 2 fields, or maybe 1, 2, and 3. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I bought 5 and 8. 8's a grass field. 1 is planted in soybeans, I believe. And then 2 and 5 are canola because I was not paying attention and I planted 2, and then for whatever reason I planted 5. I should have put these 2 together with the same crop. But anyway, 3 obviously is corn. That's just what we've just got finished planting. I really love this map. I'm enjoying it. We're in that, about 2 months or so maybe after release of Farm Sim 19, where hopefully we're going to start seeing some good stuff. Thankfully, I've got my shuttle control back. I'm really missing, I don't know about you all, but I know some of the top mods that I initially said as we began to say goodbye to Farm Sim 17 and hello to 19, I was talking about the fact that I would probably really be missing GPS because I struggle to do things in a straight line, as I've just demonstrated for the last 15 minutes planting corn. But something, the mod, and of course, yes, drive control or the equivalent of that was something that I thoroughly missed until it came available so that I could set up my shifter for shuttle control. But what I'm really missing now is I'm missing follow me. I'm missing follow me because I like to kind of, simulate having employees. I like to be able to convoy equipment from one field to the other, and I'm really missing that. That's really something that I hope comes sooner rather than later. And of course, seasons. Miss that because I like the structure and everything. But hey, it's about 34 minutes, and I like to keep my videos at 30 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back for now. I hope that you enjoy my videos. I hope that you enjoy my friendship. I hope you enjoy my commentary. I don't know if I'll role play this. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm not gonna really do anything structured, until this map is available out of beta. Quite honestly, because I know that when Stevie releases an updated version of this map, I'm going to have to start all over. So I don't mind getting the fields planting because I'm having fun planting the fields. I'm having fun fertilizing and harvesting and all that kind of stuff. But when this map goes out of beta, if I decide to, play it, unless it's been such a long time that I'm kind of burned out on it, then I will probably start over and we'll probably do something a little bit different, or maybe back to my usual style of a Let's Play. But for right now, we're just going to do things as they happen to pop up, and I'll talk about whatever I need to talk about. I need to sell some equipment because I'm not going to bail on this map, at least not right now. So I can sell some of this stuff here. We've got more tractors than we know what to do with, but again, I've just been kind of testing some of these mods and enjoying it, just enjoying getting back into 19. And yeah, it's buggy. There's some issues, there's some challenges that we all hope that Giants fixes, but we'll just have to wait. So as I close out this video, please come over to Discord. You'll find the link down below in the show notes. Click our Simulation Gaming Society Discord link. Come over and join Eustace Farmer and Doug Zorley Gaming and myself, the founders of Simulation Gaming Society. Come over there, say hello to us, interact with us. Go over to Doug Zorley's YouTube channel, to Eustace Farmer's YouTube channel. Subscribe to their channels if you're not already. I can't imagine anyone watching my videos that aren't also subscribed to Doug Zorley and Eustace Farmer. Watch our videos, enjoy our videos. We do this for you. And we have our Discord server and stuff set up for you, to help to be honest, to help each other, because none of us know everything about everything, and enjoy the camaraderie that we have over there. Doug Zorley, Eustace, and myself, we all do something a little bit different, and you'll get information about that. You can speak to us, talk to us, or whatever, and I just hope that you'll choose to do that. For now, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm rambling, I know it, I can feel it, I can sense it, and I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year to you all, because I really didn't do anything for Christmas or New Year's as far as a video is concerned. So Happy New Year to you all. Happy 2019. I have the biggest faith in Farm Sim 19, as well as calendar year 2019. So let's make the most of it. Let's be friends. If you're not a subscriber of my channel, if you've liked this content, please click the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Thank you again for watching. Good night from Fenton's Forest Farm. God bless you all.